All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Adem Bria. I am the chair of the License and Permits Committee. It is 6:37 PM on Wednesday, May 1st. I'm gonna call the meeting to order now. Marlene, when you're ready, if you could take the roll.
We're not up to that yet. You wanna
Oh,
say
we're
the
not?
ground
I do that first. No problem. All right, ground rules. No one may speak until granted the floor. CB11 members, if you have a question about board business or wish to make a motion, please raise your hand and wait to be recognized. To raise your hand through Zoom, click the participants icon and you will find the raise hands function there. Members should not engage in a back and forth discussion. The chair will recognize the next person to speak. Please keep your questions and comments brief and on topic to the discussion. Members of the public, if you have a question or comment about the subjects on the agenda, please raise your hand and wait to be recognized. Okay. Now you take roll, please.
Sure. Adem Bria,
Present.
Carlos Diaz. Judith Ferraro.
Yeah.
Wanda Hopkins,
I got it.
Jewel Jones here. Nicholas Reyes, Eugene Rodriguez,
Yeah.
and Loretta So. You have a form of them.
All right, thank you. With that said, if I don't see any objections, we will adopt the agenda for this month. Seeing no objections, then this month's agenda has been adopted. If I don't see any objections, we will approve the committee minutes from our April meeting. Seeing no objections, then the committee minutes from the April meeting are approved. So announcements, I don't have any. Does anyone? Yeah, I'm not doing that now. I got a meeting, so.
Okay, one of you.
It's the black
Oh, you don't know, okay, I can show you.
Black button.
You want me to show you?
No, she thought it was the other one, so.
No, the little community.
Okay, no announcements. Does anyone else have announcements? It could be somebody from the public as well. Okay, no, then we'll move to the next. Informational updates. No, just on our agenda, we will be hopefully voting on and approving the sidewalk, and roadway open dining procedures at the end of our meeting tonight, so. With that said, then we can move on to our, liquor licenses. All right, so first up is Leon Restaurant Group LLC, new application for a full liquor license for a restaurant located at 1697 Lexington Avenue on 106th Street. Just to bring everyone up to date, they were here last month. They didn't have their 7-day notice. We had asked them to come to full board, but they still, I don't believe, had all the required documents. For the sake of time, since we already saw you, if you want to just introduce yourself, whoever's here representing Leon Restaurant Group, be it an owner or representative, state your name and briefly tell us about the business again. Thank you.
Hi, yes, my name is Enrique Lerma. I'm the owner, and we're intending to get a full liquor license for a restaurant bar. We're planning to operate since we're planning to open at noon, 7 days a week, late nights on the weekends, and I mean, it's gonna be like a restaurant. I want to say a sports bar grill.
Okay, thank you. I have a few questions before I see if the committee or anyone from the public does.
Sure.
First question, and normally this isn't a part of our procedure, and I don't worry about it too much because SLA won't give you a license without a lease in place, but we've been notified by outside sources, which I won't disclose who it is, but that have said that you do not have a lease for that space. Is that true? Or is that?
Well, the thing, no, we have a lease. The thing is that they still don't have the certificate of occupancy because they renovated the whole building. So the lease, it will be executed the moment they get the certificate of the sign off from Department of Buildings. That's correct.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question, because you checked off last time that you do have a certificate of occupancy. which then we request to see a copy of. I looked myself on, and I'm aware that you don't have one currently for that building, which then though requires you to have a letter of no objection from the Department of Buildings. So the building may very well end up getting a certificate of occupancy, but without one and without a letter of no objection, this committee, I'll be honest with you, I don't think SLA is gonna give you a license, but this committee, it would be not within our procedures to grant you a license at this time. And then
So,
thirdly, let me just, so I get it all on the table, and Marlene, you could, correct me if I'm wrong, because you've probably seen the timestamp. Did the 7-day notice go up in time? Okay, that did. Okay, so, I mean, you can feel free to say what you want about the certificate of occupancy, but I'm gonna just say, unfortunately, without that or a letter of no objection this evening from the Department of Buildings, there's not much we can do, but go ahead.
okay, well, I'd just like to mention two things. The SLA does not longer require either a letter of no objection or certificate of occupancy in order to grant the license. I think that changed, and like I think in the middle of the year last year. Now the other thing that I like you to consider is that the reason we're applying right now, it's because of obviously SLA is granting those temporary permits, because otherwise we will need to wait, the normal 9 or 11 months in order to get a license. And I mean, it's almost impossible to pay, that rent for, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 months, just waiting for the license. And as we all know, SLA, I mean, it's not even guaranteed that we'll get the license. Now, what I was, I don't know if I can get a letter or some type of documentation from my landlord saying, or just stating what I said, that the lease is not going to be fully executed unless they or until they get the certificate of occupancy. Because my understanding is that I cannot request a letter of no objection, because I mean they're pretty much ready. Like, they can literally get a certificate of occupancy or the sign off. In other words, like literally next week or 2 weeks from now. So they've been waiting since January for the final inspection. I understand that all of the jobs in the building are closed. Electric, plumbing, I mean the space and because I've seen the whole building several times. Like even the apartments for the whole building are ready, like fully ready to people to move in. They're just waiting for that. But honestly, the truth is that we cannot afford to wait 9 months for them to wait for a certificate of occupancy and then apply for the normal license.
Okay, I mean, I went on SLA website, I see what you're saying, there's conflicting information on whether those are needed, but I do see on some law firms that do liquor licenses that do say that they've, I guess, waived that. At the
Yeah.
same time, that's still a part of our procedure. I mean, the committee can decide if we're okay with that, moving forward, I guess. So Mike, you won't be able to open and operate till you have a certificate of occupancy. So you're just saying you want to get the application in now because there's a long wait, and so that when that finally comes through, you would be able to get it, right? Is that what you're saying?
That is absolutely, that is correct.
Okay, all right, I mean, you can all think that over, and then I'm gonna take questions. So then Judith and then Jewel.
Okay. On the stipulation, Friday, Saturday, they have till 2 AM. But yet on the questionnaire from Friday and Saturday, you have to 4 AM. So you have different times on the stipulation and the questionnaire. And I see.
Okay, so then for Friday and Saturday, which is the correct one? Is it a 2 AM closure?
Yeah, I apologize for that. I was supposed to correct that. It's 2 AM.
Okay, so assuming if we do end up approving this, you'd be required to resubmit a signed stipulation by tomorrow reflecting the change. No, I wanna get one at a time. Go ahead. You can go again.
Okay.
And also, when they correct that, can they also correct the certificate of occupancy? Because one portion you say no, and one portion you say yes.
Oh,
So-
did you hear that?
Yes, I did. Okay, I can correct that.
All right, do you have any other questions?
No,
Okay,
so far.
That was my question about the certificate of occupancy.
okay,
Yeah, could you,
Got
yes,
okay. Are there any other questions from the committee? Anybody from the public here or on Zoom? All right, is there a motion?
um,
All right, Nicholas, motion to approve?
Yeah.
All right, there's a motion to approve by Nicholas. Do I have a second? No, it's, it's all right.
I know,
Somebody
I'm-
make a motion. No,
I want-
nobody has to second it either. We can, if it doesn't get a second, we can take a different motion, and there's really only one other motion you can make.
what, table it?
Uh,
Because I want to see the corrections.
We could table it. My only thing is they can go ahead and, I'm assuming they could go ahead and submit everything, and they
Yeah.
gave us a 30-day notice. If we table it, then
Yeah,
we don't
then-
have any
right,
position on
right.
record. If we say no to it, we're not saying no forever, we're saying no for now. So
Okay,
that's,
so then with the condition, can they, just?
do you, does, I'm sorry, I'm not always great with the procedure. Does Nicholas made a motion, there wasn't a second, does he have to withdraw that motion, or?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
you'll withdraw, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Nicholas
So-
has withdrawn his motion, and Judith, you'd like to make a new motion?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'd like to, make a conditional motion that we get the stipulation and the questionnaire on the times corrected. You're saying 2 a.m. So, and also where it has the certificate of
You
occupancy.
know, if that's all you're talking about, and just so you know, you could have just seconded his motion and added those conditions. I thought it was regarding the lack of certificate,
Oh, okay.
but go ahead, now, just,
All
Just wanna
right,
clear it
and, on the, same thing, the questionnaire, where it says the, certificate of occupancy, at one point you say yes, and at the other point you say no. So if it's, just correct that and correct the time on the, questionnaire to 2 a.m. rather than 4 a.m.
all right, so let me just sum that up quickly. So
Okay, yeah.
you're making a motion to approve with the conditions that a stipulation will be submitted, a new one, tomorrow, signed with the change to closing on Friday and Saturday at 2 a.m. instead
Yeah.
of 4 a.m. And you're making another condition that we have anything that says that they do have a certificate of occupancy
Or
is
don't.
changed to say that they don't have one. And
Correct.
we want that in by tomorrow, because this doesn't take more than a minute.
And that actually is only one page on the questionnaire.
Well,
so-
yeah, we don't need to get into
Yeah.
that. They'll have to figure that out. Okay, is there a second to that motion? Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? I'm gonna oppose it too. Any abstentions? All right, so we have two opposed, the motion passes. All right,
Okay.
what?
Who opposed it?
Me and Eugene.
Okay.
All right, well, the motion passes, so, good luck.
Okay, thank you. So so I have to send the correction by tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, just tomorrow by, say, close of business, 5 p.m., just have it emailed into the office, or you could drop it off.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're gonna move to number 2.
Oops, sorry.
No worries. JTS Way LLC, new application for a full liquor license for a restaurant located at 2241 First Avenue, that's on 115th Street. Is the applicant or a representative present?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Hi, how are you? Oh, you could stay there, come here, it's easier to stay there. Just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the plans for the business.
So I'm Denise Flores and I plan to open up a sports bar called Skybox in the community. The business is actually located within my family's building. So it's actually something that really means a lot to me and, I'm looking forward to, find an environment that everyone in the community could come together, just have a good time and get to know each other.
My family owns the building next door, 2239. You're right off the corner, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that's where you are. I just wanna okay, gotcha. All right, any questions? I believe they've submitted everything, but just, Judith, go ahead.
You say that you're gonna have live music and patron dancing. So we're always concerned about that because of neighbors or, you know, people that might live above. So can you tell us a little bit about that? And we try not to disturb anyone and we try to be good neighbors. So basically, that's my question.
Yes, I completely understand. Again, my family lives in the building and we also soundproof the store as well. But then in addition, there only is going to be some nights of live events. So I could say probably 5 to 6 times within the year, only if there's like an important game or important, you know, boxing fight, just something just to bring, you know, just a fun vibration to the environment.
Just on the hours, so I'm sure, it's two AM Monday to Saturday and 9 PM on Sunday would be the closing hours?
Yes, well, it depends. So 9 PM will work. The only thing is sometimes a game might go a little bit over time, and that was just to happen, the doors will close at 9, but
Okay,
the
And
weekend will be early.
I'm sorry, and on Thursday, you said, you meant 2 AM, not 2 PM.
2 AM.
Right, so that's when you have all 2 PM here. On Thursday, you said 2 AM also. I'm concerned because my people might have to go to work the next day or whatever, so.
I'm sorry, apology. For Saturday, did it say for 9 PM closing?
no,
Oh,
Saturday's 2 AM, every day is 2 AM except Sunday,
Okay,
it's
perfect.
9 PM. And
Right.
apology.
it's all right.
Yeah, I was just concerned about Thursday because Friday people might have to go to work or kids have to go to school or whatever.
Oh, of course, I love my community and I'm really a people's person, but if someone in the community came to me and say, hey, your music is too loud, it would be lowered and it's within the 7. You know, my sister, again, she lives above and my sister tells me when it's too loud, especially because she just had a baby. And I
Oh,
respect
okay,
everyone in the community.
okay.
Just a couple things on the stipulation, I think, and this is just actually for your sake, I think maybe incorrectly, they put the closing time as 2 PM. So just, I would,
Yeah.
if, depending on what motion gets made, if it is approved, I would just say to switch it to 2 AM and submit it for your own sake. I have another question. It's similar to the one from the previous. You don't have a certificate of occupancy?
We have the letter of objection.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, and that was submitted? Because I thought
It's
it's.
in there.
Okay, it's in, yeah, I know, there's just.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, all right, beautiful. I don't have any other questions. Does anyone else have any questions? Anyone from the public, anyone on Zoom, any questions? Okay,
I have a comment.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm the landlord of the.
Oh, okay, welcome.
She happens to be my daughter.
Okay,
Oh,
We've had since about 2005, we had a bar and restaurant there called Camaradas. They were there for a few.
I used to work there.
Yeah.
James and.
That's nice.
And, you know, we never had any.
no, yeah,
Then we had Bar Chuck, another restaurant.
right,
Yeah.
COVID affected that.
Yep.
So. I'm really the one who controls the music and stuff there.
Oh.
If it's anything loud, you know, we've always told them, whoever was there, Camarada, especially, you gotta lower it, and they were always compliant.
well, you own the building, you all live there, and you have soundproofing, so.
yeah.
It's all right. Eugene? Motion. All right, so there's a motion approved by Eugene with the condition just, and it's for your sake, change the stipulation to 2 AM. Submit it tomorrow by 5 PM. You could drop it off or email. Nicholas wants to second that. Okay, so there's a motion to approve by Eugene with that condition, seconded by Nicholas. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Let me remember this. Any present not voting? Okay, the motion passes. Thank you. You're welcome to stay or you can leave. Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Okay, number 3, forgive me if I mispronounce this, Tepeyac Tacos and Pork, new application for a wine, beer, and cider license for a restaurant at 1505 Lexington Avenue on 97th Street. Is the applicant present? Hi, how are you? Yeah, wherever you want to go. You could come here or stay there. Yeah.
Yes, we are helping us from customers to have some type of liquor, maybe cider or beer. This is a family restaurant. We're about to be
Thank you.
2 years running. So if you have any questions, but basically Mexican food with a menu from breakfast, 8 AM in the morning every day until 11 PM. Basically, we serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, and basically it's 100% of the income of the restaurant, it's all through online sales, so.
Did you submit any documents aside from the 30-day notice?
The person who's handled the application,
Is that ABC licensing?
I'm sorry?
Is that ABC licensing?
Who did
Is
you
that
hire
correct?
to, did you hire someone?
Anthony, yes, Anthony, Bianchi,
Oh, you didn't submit anything on your
oh,
behalf?
no, oh, no, so,
And he was reminded a few times.
all right, so is it possible to submit it tomorrow?
Well, no, normally if there's like one little thing or a couple little things, but with no documents. We can't, we also don't know if you've put up your 7-day notice to make people aware of the meeting. We don't have any of that. Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Is this business already open?
Yes, for 2 years.
2 years?
Yes,
Okay, look, I would speak to Anthony, and I would, have him submit all the documents. Let me think about this. For next month, we don't have anything. All we have is, we do have a 30-day notice, but we need a stipulation form, we need the questionnaire.
we did submit it. Somewhere, yes.
No, you didn't,
I filled
you
it
have to
out.
submit it to me, the board office.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You might have submitted, I don't know, maybe he submitted things to the SLA, it's possible, but we didn't get anything. And so we need 3 letters of support within, I believe it's a 2-block radius. We need
Yeah,
the
we-
posting with the proof of when it was posted, and we need the questionnaire and the stipulation form. And unfortunately, we don't have any of those, and I'm not saying it's your fault, but without them,
No, we
yeah.
filled it out.
So what I'll say to you is, I mean, unfortunately, we're gonna vote on this tonight, but that doesn't stop you from coming back next month, first Wednesday of the month, right? We have a meeting next month, right, June?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if there's any questions, but this is.
You don't have any, so what you, do whatever you choose to do as a committee. But there is no obligation for new applications. You can table this one.
My only concern with tabling it is that they can apply because they've given us a 30-day notice. That's technically, they can apply with that. And then they can go to SLA tomorrow or have already submitted it, and then we don't have a position on the record. So that's why I'm in favor of denying it rather than tabling it, and it doesn't impact them if they're gonna come back next month anyway, as far as we go, right? So we're tabling, we're not taking a position. I'd rather take a position, but that, that's my opinion, so.
Well, I concur with what Marlene said, because I noticed it that you have new application, but yet you've been open for 2 years.
Yeah, but we've been selling food only.
Right, they've
Yeah,
been
but-
operating without liquor.
No, I understand.
What I'm saying again, and you don't have to agree with me,
All right.
is that they can go ahead to SLA and apply because they've submitted a 30-day notice and we won't have a position as a board or a committee. But that's up to everybody here. So would we like to table it or would somebody like to make a motion to deny? Eugene?
I'll make a motion to deny.
Okay, so Eugene has made a motion to deny. Jewel, are you seconding that? All right, so there's a motion to deny by Eugene, has been seconded by Jewel. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? Then the motion to deny passes, and just speak to Anthony, have him send everything in. If it's all been done, I would say sooner the better, especially the 7-day posting, but have everything in at least a week before the meeting. Okay?
She has to re-notify you guys, since you've denied
Okay.
this one. she has to
All right,
re-
and you have to resubmit the 30-day notice,
Alright.
okay? And you're welcome, you don't have to stay.
May I
Yeah.
say something?
Yeah,
Hi, my name is Brenda. I'm with the Lexington Third Block Association. Hi, are you ready?
Yeah.
Hi, so nice to see
You
a,
too.
a face to the voice.
You can-
I just wanted to say that, we cover from 96th Street to 104th Street between Third and Lexington. And I eat at that place and a lot of our members eat there. And we didn't know about this, but we would support them having a liquor license. We would support you, having this cider and beer. So I just wanted to say that on behalf of the Lexington Third Block Association. And if you need, we could write you an email as well.
Oh, okay.
So-
okay, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Well, thank you.
If I can say as a neighbor, I support,
Been there
because
25 years.
Yeah, I don't think
They are
we're not
an
against your
institution.
application.
I just don't think people recognize the LPPI that was on the hill
That wasn't
between
anything.
one and two. This
Yeah,
is an institution that brings so much to the neighborhood too, so definitely.
By no means is this denial tonight saying we have an issue with your business or anything, simply said the procedures weren't followed. And that would be the case for anybody.
So paperwork problem, it's not.
Paperwork,
Yes.
so, no, no. I just want to
clarify.
clarify, so but I appreciate that. All
We
right,
should see a lot of letters in court, right?
they just said they would.
That's guacamole and.
Yeah.
All right,
Didn't you get a cleanup recently?
Yeah.
I was there,
Oh,
yeah. So,
so if you have any questions, you can always reach out to the office, but I think it's pretty straightforward. I would just speak to your representative and I'm aware, I know who he is. He's done these many times, so I'm surprised he messed up here. He knows what he's doing, so. All right, but it could have been an oversight. You're welcome to leave. You don't have to stay for the next, God knows how long. All right, have a good night. Okay, if we could go to number 4, which is, I believe, 322 Bar LLC, doing business as Play Bar NYC. New application for a full liquor license for a restaurant at 322 East 116th Street, First Avenue. Is the applicant or representative present? If so, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your plans for this business.
Hi, my name is Matthew Furman, and my plan for this business is going to be a restaurant where we are going to play some sports, and I want to have some arcade machines in there so people could play some games and have some fun.
Okay, I have one question that comes to mind right now. I know you checked that it's, I believe, within 200 feet of a church, but the church is not on the same block and you notified the church. I also noticed that we only have 2 of the 3 letters of support. This would impact me independently. I don't know how it would impact the rest of the board. I would really like to see a 3rd letter of support, and I would really like to see it come from that church. That's
Okay.
I asked.
I could check with the churches around there. I could check. I asked one organization, the homeless shelter, and they told me no.
Okay, yeah, I'm not saying I'm not concerned about the homeless shelter, but because it's within a church and that's a state liquor authority procedure, even though technically, I think the rule is within 200 feet and on the same block. So this is within 200 feet, but it's not on the same block. So they are within their rights. I mean, just so I can be clear, I'm just saying that would make me more comfortable. So we're all clear. All right. With that said, do we have other questions, comments, concerns? Judith?
Yeah, oh my goodness. You 2 are gonna have live music, patron dancing, the video arcade, like you just mentioned, and the disc jockey and karaoke. Are there people that live like right above us?
Can I piggyback on that?
Yeah,
Is there gonna be outdoor seating in the rear too, as well of the building?
Yes, there is outdoor seating in the rear as well.
And what time would the outdoor seating be closed every night?
I think it'll be closed by 10 or 11.
It's gonna be 10, okay, because that's, I believe, what our procedure is.
Okay.
All-
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
is it just an open space or is there any covering, anything to,
I'm going to cover it.
okay, you're going to cover it and.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have, and then you so what's your question, concern, Judith, regarding, I know you pointed out the live music and the arcade,
Right,
so
right, right.
what would you like to know? regarding-
But the other thing is that you'll be open until, it says 4 AM. So my question is what about being a good neighbor? Are there people that live around there 4 AM? If people have to go to work, children have to go to school or whatever. I'm concerned about that 4 AM, because it's all week long, 4 AM.
So I guess the question is, are you open to amending your closing hours in any way?
Not really. I'll be responsible. I have a 4 AM license next door for the terrace that I have. I'm not trying to be loud. I don't want to bother anyone. We are going to put soundproofing. I don't think we're going to be like loud. I just want to have the option to stay open till late if possible. Yeah.
Okay, question on the soundproofing. Is the place currently under construction? Is it pre-construction? Where are you at with the actual build out?
So right now it's pre-construction. We did a little bit of work. It used to be a restaurant there, but we have to see what's above us. But like I said, the whole ceiling, I think I'm just gonna do a tear down and then just do layers of insulation, soundproofing, and quiet rock.
All right, so I'm gonna, again, depending on how, if we do approve it, I'm gonna ask there be a condition put in place that when the soundproofing is installed, that we get proof of that soundproofing, and, we need that before you open. If you open,
100%.
okay, then I,
No
okay,
problem.
okay, Jewel,
I'm sorry, you made reference to terrace. What did you mean by that?
I believe you, so you're saying, can you give us the address, because there's so many like.
322 East 116. That's my spot now. We should be opening next month.
No, the one you said you have a license for
Yeah,
that's
the
next.
terrace.
terrace.
It's right next door on 332 East 116, like 30 feet away. I just haven't opened yet, but I'm looking to open next month.
When did, Marlene,
It's cocktail bar,
when did we approve that, do we know?
probably like a year and a half ago.
2 different times, right? I mean, I don't have a problem personally with the 4 AM, that's my opinion. I mean, they're gonna soundproof it. We have other applicants who have 4 AM licenses. I mean, just because we gave them one next door, doesn't mean we have to do it for this one. You know, committee's
Yeah.
allowed to be, we're allowed to change our positions. We have new members come on, things don't always work. Typically, what we've been asking for lately, is that when we grant a new license, the committee hasn't been comfortable with the 4 AM, especially initially. It's kind of like we want to see how things go before that. And then granted, like if they came back for a renewal and there were no 311s or issues, then we are open to the changing of hours, right? I mean, I'm just speaking for how some of the committee feels. So I guess, before I go back to the applicant, because I see some opinions here, which is fine, I like that. What would, anyone who has a problem with 4 AM, could we raise our hand if we have a problem with 4 AM? Okay, that's great. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask you if you could all answer it together, what would be a closing time we'd be comfortable with? And it could be different times for different days or all the same across the board. Eugene?
I'm not so much about closing at 4, but the music should go off earlier.
Okay, so what time would you like, so they're not gonna, outdoors gonna stop at 10, let's just establish that completely. What time would you like the indoor music, now you say off completely, or are you okay with like a background low? I just tell you, a restaurant with no music is, kind of depressing.
You don't have music in your restaurant.
Yes, I do. I've never seen you in it, but.
Show you how much you want.
Okay.
That's irrelevant, we do have music, but go ahead.
I would say Sunday through Thursday, if we could do 1 AM, because that's during the week when people have to get up for work, children have to go to school. Just very concerned about that.
And you're okay then with Friday and Saturday remaining?
Friday and Saturday, yeah, that's fine.
All right, so how does everyone feel that, Sunday to Thursday, and we can make whatever motion we want, so 1 AM and Friday and Saturday, 4 AM.
That's
reasonable. And
Yes.
I guess, would we also be, just so we could say it ahead of time, assuming that they come back in 2 years for a renewal
Yes.
and there's no 311 issues, we'd be
Yeah.
open to.
For sure.
Yeah, okay. It seems like the committee's gonna take a position, but I just wanna get your feedback since we're having a dialogue here. Are you okay with that?
Not
So the
really.
app-
No, that's not. I mean, I've been in the community for like 6 years. I'm the owner of Santiago's Beer Garden. And, like I pretty much do good business there. I make sure that my tenants above me, next to me, and everybody around me is happy, So I feel like for what I'm investing in a neighborhood, because I'm opening the spot next door and I have a 4 AM license. The spot next door to close so early, and I'm not here to like blast music and a crazy place or a lot of commotion going on. I just want to give people a nice place to be able and a safe place to come at night, and have a drink, have some food, get together with friends. So I do understand your concerns about being open late, but I feel like I'm not the one to cause trouble in the area. You know,
All
I'm
right. I'll
do my best.
I don't think there was an issue with Santiago, and I was gonna say, so it could be considered a more unique situation than when first time in the neighborhood owners have a kind of a trial run. We could make the case that he hasn't had a trial run. I live 1 block from Santiago's. I own my business 1 block from there. I've never heard of an issue from that business. Okay. I'm not making a decision. I want to ask another question. Would you be open to Sunday through Thursday? Cause you checked off DJ, live music,
Yeah,
all of that,
Yeah.
not doing any of that Sunday through Thursday past midnight.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't even know if I'm gonna have DJs there. I don't never had one in my restaurant, but I just put it to have the option open.
Okay, so how would everyone feel then? We're not gonna, we can do whatever we want. As of right, I mean, 4 a.m. is the state law on closing or in the city. I mean, I'm gonna entertain a motion. I ask that whoever makes the motion, take into account the conditions that we're talking about, but would anyone like to make a motion?
Motion to do what?
Motion to do whatever you want. You're the one making the motion. Marlene, can I make a motion as a chair? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make the
You
motion.
said 2 things though, you said that either for Gino set up first, or you said that the DJ's not.
Well, I threw out another option, but you guys are welcome to make any motion you want. There wasn't like so I'm gonna make a motion on what I like, okay? I'll make a motion to conditionally approve, and anyone can, if I miss anything, feel free to add it. That the outdoor space in the back will be closed at no later than 10 p.m., 7 days a week. And that the live music, anything other than a low ambient background music from Sunday through Thursday will stop before midnight, no later than midnight.
My question is, so you said during the week, I mean, so the terraces are closed at 10 o'clock every day, or we even on.
That's a general stipulation that we have, so, yeah, I'm just stating it for the record, I really don't even have to, but I just want it to be clear.
Yeah,
There's been some time, I believe it was Lion or whatever, had a
yes.
outdoor space
Right.
around there, and there was some kind of, there's a history of like backyards in that area that have been a little bit of whatever. And I'm not saying that has anything to do with him, but there are reasons why the 10
Yeah,
p.m.
and the one on Park Avenue.
Well, I have a motion on the floor, I mean,
I agree with that
All right.
motion.
Jewel, you're seconding? Yeah, no, I appreciate the question, yeah, that's
I
fine.
agree with.
All
your
right,
motion.
so motion to approve Marlene by me, it has been seconded by Jewel. With the condition that, okay, and all those in favor?
Aye.
I'm being slower. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? The motion passes. All right, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Well,
He doesn't have to change it to 12. I mean, look, if you don't mind, because this was a unique motion, if you could resubmit just your stipulation form tomorrow and just, you can write it on the bottom. I think there's a space to add comments, or even if there isn't, just write it. That will be closing the backyard at 10 p.m., 7 days a week. And then the Sunday through Thursday, you won't play anything other than background, low ambient music past midnight, Sunday through Thursday. And if you just resubmit it with that, everything else can stay the same, sign it. And if you could just have that back to the office tomorrow by 5, you can email it or drop it off in person.
Sounds good.
The
I'll do it.
SIP is fine, because that's his contract with us. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a good evening.
All right, you too. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, ENYC Restaurant Group LLC, renewal application for a wine, beer and cider license for a restaurant located at 1621 Lexington Avenue on 102nd Street. There were no 311s, right? They submitted everything. Is the applicant here? They don't have to be, I know, but.
I don't know.
Okay, doesn't look like they are. That's fine. Is there a motion? It's a renewal, okay. Eugene, motion to approve? Okay, there's a motion to approve by Eugene, seconded by Nicholas. All those in favor? Aye. No, you don't have, let's just, I'll get you next, all right? I'm trying. Any opposed? I feel like an auctioneer. Any abstentions? Any present not voting? The motion passes. That was a quick one. Okay, Cali John Corp. doing business by El Cali John, renewal application, I'm probably saying it wrong. Application for a full liquor license for a restaurant located at 209 East 117th Street, that is on Third Avenue. Is the applicant here? Okay, did they have all their?
No.
No, they
No.
didn't,
I
right?
don't.
Okay, then is there a motion to deny?
Motion to deny.
Motion denied by Wanda, is there a second? Judith, okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? Motion passes. Okay, number 7, Guajillo Restaurant Corp. Doing business by the same name. Renewal application for a full liquor license for a restaurant located at 2277 First Avenue on 110th Street. That's incorrect. I think it's on the corner of 117, right? All right, it might just be a typo. So just for the record, it's on the corner of 117th. I believe that would be the southwest corner. Yeah, yeah, northwest. Yeah, you're right. No, I always miss northwest corner of 117th and First. Okay, is there
Your neighbors.
all this criticism coming out? I know it's the same block. I just mixed up what north and south was. Jesus.
You're both of them.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
All right, sir.
Is anybody, oh, well, is there anyone present for this? There is.
Yes,
We're no 311s.
yes.
Hello? Hello, who keeps saying hello? Adam?
That's Hector Uraga. He's the manager. I'm Adam Powell. I represent Guajillo Restaurant in their renewal application. As you stated, it's a northwest corner, 117th Street and First Avenue, 8 tables, 32 chairs.
Hold
and they
on,
haven't had any issues.
can you
Okay,
hear me? Hold on 1 second, please.
sure.
I just want to see if you were present. that's all I asked.
You are here.
All right, just before we get to that, it is a renewal. They were not required to be here.
Right.
They don't have any 311s. They did submit all their documents. With that being said, they are here. Adam, you don't have to say anything, or you can because you're here. So I will give you the floor. It's up to you if you want to say anything or not. And since you are here, then I will see if there are questions.
Okay. Yeah, no, like I said, it's a renewal application. They have no issues. It's a nice restaurant on the northwest corner, 117th and First Avenue. Great Mexican food. The manager is here with us, Hector Jaraga, and we're just here to be a part of your meeting. Any
Thank you.
questions?
Are there questions? Judith, you have a question?
No, I was concerned about the 4 AM, but yeah.
Well, it's a renewal.
It's a renewal.
I checked,
Yeah,
they had that last time.
Yeah, okay.
All right, no, there
All right.
were no 311s at all.
Okay,
Is there
all
a
right.
motion to approve?
Hi, Adam.
Motion-
Hi, Adam.
Hello.
Motion approved by Nicholas, is there a second? Seconded by Eugene. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? The motion passes. Hector, Adam, have a good night. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to our first street activity permit of the night. It is number 8 on the agenda, remembering our loved ones. Block party is on May 18th. Setup is 11 AM. Breakdown is 8.
filming this meeting? Are you recording?
Yes.
Is that allowed?
I think it is, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, as far as we're all being recorded anyway, this is what oh, no, you're right, yeah.
In terms of being respectful, just say, maybe just ask or something, but
No.
You on camera? I ain't know that.
You're entitled to, I think she is allowed to do it. Yeah,
I
okay.
didn't know that they could record.
No, the law is you can record.
Yeah, I think it's a constitutionally protected activity.
Of course it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. And I was only just saying, so everyone else who might not be aware, this meeting is being recorded and it'll be on YouTube if anybody wants to watch it with popcorn, all right? All right, so I'll just reset it. We're remembering our loved ones, block party, May 18th, setup is 11 AM, breakdown is 8 PM. It is located on East 132nd Street, that is between Madison and Fifth Avenue. It is a full street closure. I believe they had all their documents. Is the applicant present?
I don't think she is, she doesn't have to be.
She doesn't have to be. Okay, and they don't have to be because they've done it for a certain number of years, incident free, okay? And they have all their documents, so is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
All right, motion to approve by Wanda, seconded by Nicholas, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
How many days you have to do?
What is it, two? Two.
How many days you have to do without having to?
Two,
Oh,
yeah.
two.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so any abstentions, any present not voting, the motion passes. Okay, we are going to Africa Day celebration at 1285th Avenue. This is gonna be on May 18th. The setup is 10 a.m. Breakdown is 11:59 p.m. Let's just call it midnight. Location is Fifth Avenue. It is between East 109th Street and Frawley Circle. It is a partial sidewalk closure. Before I ask if the applicant is here, I don't believe there are letters of support for this one. I will now ask the applicant if are they here? To the applicant,
Yes.
please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your celebration and then just explain why you were unable to submit any of the letters of support.
Okay, thank you. My name is Nazareth. I'm the Associate Director of Public Programs. Our Africa Day celebration is an annual event that we do to celebrate World Africa Day, which is May 25th. We're doing it a weekend before because of Memorial Day weekend. And it's a community event. We have music, local Harlem vendors, different art workshops. Taringa, which is our fast casual cafe, will be open. And again, it's just a fun community event. And we like to close off that partial sidewalk just for safety issues and because we have a lot of kids who like to come and draw on the sidewalk with chalk and jump ropes and hula hoop and things like that. We worked with Adam Weinberg to fulfill this application. And I don't think that we knew that letters of support were needed. Especially since there's no businesses being closed. I think generally in the past we've gotten them, so I don't think it should be an issue. I just think we weren't aware that they were required.
Okay, how many do we need? Three, I think, right? First, it's three, right?
Yes, they were e-run several times, but they needed.
No, I'm not doubting that they weren't. Besides the no letters of support, which we can address, but are there any other questions, comments, concerns? Okay, well, we have a procedure. We need 3 letters of support within, I believe, a 2-block radius from businesses or organizations that are in that radius. Without them, our procedures wouldn't be fulfilled, our requirements. So, we can make a conditional motion to approve, assuming they get those letters of support. And I know we've been giving everyone till tomorrow. We could give them more time because this is requires more time. With that in mind, I don't want them coming in at the last minute, either. Well, there is no last minute, but they gotta be in before we have a full board meeting. But I figured we are the earliest meeting of the month, so I think if they have them by, not this Friday, the following Friday by close of business, if everyone's okay with that.
Dave,
All right.
it's on the 18th?
Can I just ask a question? Sorry, because I think the Community Board 11 has provided us with letters of support before because there's not really anything outside of Common Pantry. There's not really anything within a 2-block radius outside of a bodega.
Well, the bodega is a business and it could be
Okay.
so, we're not gonna say that it doesn't count.
Okay.
There is the pantry.
Yeah.
So that's 2. I mean, look, I'm sensitive to that. There's a reason we got rid of the petitions in part for 25 signatures. We're not as densely populated in terms of businesses and residential as other neighborhoods in the city are. And sometimes we can be in an area where it's very hard to get them. With that said, let me just, I'll give you your chance. With that said, I would ask then, if we can make an exception where we can do that, but they would at least get the letter from the bodega and they would get the letter from the common pantry, I believe. And it is on the 18th, so this would actually be happening before full board. Would it be happening, Marlene, before executive?
No,
It would not be
you
happening
guys, it would have to be ratified at that meeting.
at that meeting. And what date is executive?
16th.
Okay, so let's just see what that is before I actually give a date where they can have it. Okay, so, all right, that's fine. The the Friday, the 10th would be the Friday I was talking, about, which is, all right, so are we okay then with them, with those two letters from those two establishments by Friday the 10th? Judith, before I take a motion, you have a question or comment?
Yeah, I
so
did.
go ahead.
Is this, right by the African Museum?
Yeah, it's right there.
I know, and I remember Taranga because they came before us, before. So, I mean, and they were approved, isn't that correct, Marlene?
Their liquor license.
Yes, yes.
That's
So,
last month, you guys have been.
yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm fine with them.
Okay, so, with the condition, you don't have to restate it, we could just say with the condition, who wants to make the motion? Nicholas? All right, with the condition, right? So there's a motion with the condition that they have the two letters by Friday the 10th, by Nicholas, seconded by Eugene, okay? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? Motion passes. Thank you to the applicant. Okay, we're on number 10, cultural event, Single Block Festival, May 19th, 2024, setup 9 AM, breakdown 6 PM. East 116th Street between Second and Third Avenue is the location. It is a full street closure. Marlene, was this one that did not have all the
They
documents?
didn't have any.
They didn't have anything. Are they here?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then is there a motion to deny by Wanda, seconded by Nicholas? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? The motion passes.
I have a comment. I was just sending him a message and he said that he can change the event for July 30th. I don't know.
We might not, I might not have gotten that yet. We're only voting on it for this one. If he has it for July 30th, he needs to come next month.
That's fine,
Yeah.
if he recently put it, some of these applications are coming in like today.
Yeah.
So if he put it in today,
We
then I'll
might
see
not,
it,
yeah.
and then they'll be re-invited for July 30th, so they can review it in June.
Yeah, so he could come June, whatever the first Wednesday of June is. If, assuming he has everything and there are no issues, that'd be fine. With that, we'll go to number, 11. All right, Museum Mile Festival, street event, June 18th, 2024. Setup is 4 AM, breakdown is 9 PM, location is East 109th Street, like Farley Circle on Fifth Ave, well, I guess it's between Fifth Avenue and Farley Circle, East 109th Street. It's a partial sidewalk closure. They had all their documents, I believe. Are they here?
Terry's here.
Okay, they don't have to be though, right? Okay, so, to the applicant, since you're present, I will recognize you if you wish to speak, or you could pass on speaking because you weren't required to be here. So is there anything you'd like to say?
Hi, it's Jerry Gallagher at the Museum of the City of New York. It's just what's listed here on the screen is a little different from what the actual event is. So I just wanted to call that to attention just in case there's any question.
What is the actual information then that's not correct on the
Oh,
screen?
it's not listed here, okay, so that's my typo error, go ahead, Joey, you could tell them.
Sure, it's the 46th Annual Museum Mile Festival. The date and times are correct. And it's actually Fifth Avenue, going from the Africa Center up at 109th Street, all the way down to the Metropolitan Museum of Art at 81st Street or 79th Street. But it's the whole street closure.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, that would make sense. with the museum closed down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Judith has the documents right in front of her, so why don't you read for, since there's a typo here, read aloud what is on the summary, and you guys all have it as well on the air table, read it aloud for the record.
Okay, Madison Avenue. Well, no, wait, that's not it, right? You're on, did you give me the farmer's market?
Basically says Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know what you just gave me.
81st Street.
Yeah.
Straight down.
Sorry, I think he said it. I'm
What?
sorry, because I got a bunch of screens open, so it's hard for me with the.
Fifth Avenue all the way down to 81st.
Yeah, that they've been doing. it
All right.
for
6 years.
100
That's fine.
years.
There's a typo. All right, we're all good. All right, is there a motion to approve?
Yeah,
Motion
Second.
approved by Jewel, seconded by Wanda. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? The motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a good evening. Okay, number 12, Mount Sinai, Green Market, Wednesday, Farmers Market, It's on Wednesdays. It's gonna be between June 19th and November 27th. I believe each day it will be from each Wednesday, it will be from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Is located on Madison Avenue between East 98th and East 99th Street. There's a sidewalk and curb lane closure. I know that all the documents have been submitted. I don't believe they have to be here, but Kathy, I believe you are here. So you can either defer your time or you can say something if you'd like.
Thank you. Thank you for having me and inviting me here. I believe it's 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I don't know what happened with the times, but it's a farmer's market and we're between 98th and 99th outside the Mount Sinai President's Building. And we've been there 16 years and there's no change. Farmers come and set up and sell their stuff and that's it. And they leave at the end of the day.
Okay, just for the record, it does say 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, so, is there do we have questions since she's here? We don't need to, okay, great. Is there a motion to, is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion to approve by Eugene. It's been seconded by Loretta. I'm trying to mix it up. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? Motion passes. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
So you're welcome. Okay, number 13, June block party. It's on June 22nd. Setup is noon, breakdown is 9 p.m. It is on East 100th Street between 3rd and Lexington Avenue. It is a full street closure. I believe all their documents were submitted.
Yeah.
Is the applicant present?
Hi, President.
How are you?
I'm actually Christine Brendabayo. I don't know, they always, applications don't give respect to middle names. But
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who goes by my middle name, and so I'm Brenda. Hi, nice to meet everybody. I'm the co-founder and the project director for the Lex and Third Block Association. We're a block association that we cover from 96 to 104 between Third and Lex. We do monthly cleanup events. Our three pillars are to do monthly cleanup events, to be a liaison to our elected representatives, and to support our local businesses. And we wanted to do this block party because as community outreach, to let people know we're there, we exist, and we're here as a support system for our neighbors, and also to bring attention to the local businesses and to do community bonding as well as bring tourists to the area, because part of the way that we will sustain and grow our local businesses is by having, tourists come, as well as paying attention to our residents. And one of our goals is also to turn our East Harlem neighborhood into the cleanest and greenest in the city, and make it so clean and green that it becomes a tourist attraction, just that people could come and walk our clean blocks and then enjoy our restaurants and enjoy our parks and enjoy our cute shops, maybe take a class at one of our local businesses. And we understand that this is a grand goal and it's not something that will happen overnight. We have long-term plans. In the Lex and Third Block Association, our founders and our board members were lifers. We've either lived in the neighborhood for over 25 years or are from the neighborhood like lifelong, or have come here and adopted the neighborhood like as their neighborhood forever. And regardless though too, whether you live here for 20 years or for 2 years, we want this to be a beautiful experience and memory in your life, because that's what life is about, moments and memories. And so that's why we want to do this block party, and we partnered with Mojo Desserts and Art North because they've also done events. And we tried to do a block party last year, but we didn't make our deadlines. It was our first time trying to do it, and that was another reason we're like, we don't want to do it alone, and also it's about outreach, so we want to have community partners. Like for our cleanups, our monthly cleanups, we have a co-host every month because we want everyone to be involved, the more the merrier is how we look at it. So that's my part. I don't know if you'd like to say something.
Well, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jackie. I own Barbariana, Mojo Desserts, and now we open a corner place, Café d'Ambers. And I want to apologize for my excitement. I'm usually very excited kind of person, but just to be here today after 4 years and all my applications were through Zoom. So to be here today, while I was taking a picture of that, I was just carried away into this beautiful.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Being here in person. And, you know, I am a resident of East Harlem for 15 years. My kids were born here. I work with Uptown Grand Central to get the open streets going on 101 streets for my kids to play. They're there every day of the weekend on the summertime. I am a business owner for the past 6 years. And we did for the last 2 years, the June Festival, but we did under the open streets. And this year, because it's so uncertain if the open street's gonna go through or not, we wanted to, since there's already so many people asking if we're gonna have it this year again, we attracted a lot of people. So I partnered with
Lexington, 3BA.
to do this one. I also work with Maggie's Garden and Green and Blue Eco Club to keep, you know, doing good and getting people from the neighborhood together, getting outside and just doing community. So we're here to.
So you're working with, the 125th Street,
Uptown Grand Central.
Uptown Grand Central, so that open street that you're talking about is on 101,
That's
right
right.
next to the pizza place.
I live right there.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, I know, yeah.
My kids
Yeah.
are there every
Yeah.
single day.
You know,
During the open
since,
street.
I guess, Giordano is not gonna be there anymore, I wonder if they're still gonna do the 101 street.
Well, the problem
have
with the
you
open
been-
streets, the funding that, there's no
Yeah,
funding,
I
but
know,
we try
I
to
know.
come together and do volunteer
I know.
for the,
Have you been working with Carrie?
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
We've also worked with Carrie.
Yeah,
We've collaborated on events.
And Diane Collier, because she's the president of
I
that.
don't think I've met Diane,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
were working with Carrie.
Yeah,
Okay,
all right,
any other
Yes,
questions, comments?
I know that, yeah.
I know they've been doing good work in the good.
Yeah, they've been doing
Thank
that
you.
on
Well,
100.
we appreciate all the
Yeah.
feedback and everything, so if there are no other questions, comments, is there a motion?
Motion to.
Motion to approve by Nicholas, seconded by Judith. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? Motion passes. Thank you. Thank you.
We already have the approval of
Good.
the 23rd precinct.
Oh, yeah,
Your approval was all we needed.
okay.
And we hope you will all will join us.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here, I mean.
You're welcome, if you have nothing else, you're welcome to leave if you want, or you can stay.
Thank you so much. Thank
Judith, I
you.
have to make an emergency phone call, we have forum, just.
Thank
do this
you.
for the
You
next
too.
one.
Take
care.
All right.
See you again.
Okay, bye. Okay, the next one is what, what is that,
I make a motion to approve.
3TS?
No, man, I don't have to make the phone call.
I didn't even get through it and he's approving it.
It's fine, I'll do it.
No,
14, KR,
Yeah,
3TS Care Block Party,
yeah,
June 30th, setups 11 AM, breakdown 7 PM. Location is East 99th Street between Second and Third Avenue. It's sidewalk and street closure. Marlene, they ended up getting everything in? Is this
She just needs her map.
her map? Okay,
But if she just draws it, she can give it in by tomorrow.
yeah, okay, so is the applicant present?
Yes, how are you guys? And Marlene, I finally get to see your face too. Nice to meet you, everyone. Thank you, Eugene. I did send the map before I send the letter of support. So,
I'll check my emails again. The letter
Okay.
came like yesterday, so,
um,
I'll check for the map.
okay, thank you.
This
I'll
is your first
send it
time
now. Again, huh?
This is your first time doing the event?
No, this is actually our 2nd-year anniversary. It was
Okay.
amazing last year, thanks to you guys to approve it. We're giving is a wellness and giving free massages, physical therapy, free healthy snacks, healthy potato chips, Vita Coco, juices, everything for our community, from seniors to the youth. We have celebrity dancers and choreographers that are involved, artists that we're working with. La Mega was there last year. We're getting them involved this year. Everybody. So, and, we have also free screenings, United Healthcare, a lot of people that are being a part of it to being involved.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Do we have any questions, comments, concerns? Okay, so whoever makes the motion, Marlene they may have sent it, it might be in her inbox now. I'll put the onus on the applicant, reach out to the office tomorrow and
Okay.
confirm that Marlene actually did get your, it's not the letter, the map, the fire safety map with the fire lane.
Yeah.
If Marlene tells you that she did not receive it, then you need to have that.
The minute I hang up, I'll re-forward what I forward her, because it might have, I know she gets emails from everybody.
And, all right, with the condition that she submits, which she may have already submitted.
I'll accept the friendly amendment to my motion.
Thank
I
you.
didn't hear the motion, so you made a motion to approve? Good. Motion approved by Eugene. Judith, is there a second? Seconded by Judith.
With the condition.
Yeah, with the condition that they have
The map.
that we have the map in possession, okay? Then all those in favor? Any opposed? No. Any abstentions? Any present not voting? The motion passes. Thank you, good luck, good night.
Thank you. God bless you guys.
Same to you.
All
All
right.
right, number 15, 109th Street Annual Block Party, July 6th. It's sets up at 12 PM, breakdown at 8 PM. Location is East 109th between Madison and Fifth Avenue. There's a full street closure. I believe all the documents are submitted. They don't have to be here, but I see the applicant is on. So Sonia.
Yes.
Okay, you can defer your time or you can speak if you'd like. It's up to you.
Oh, you guys got a lot to do. I'm just happy y'all hearing my here about my map.
I appreciate the, and with that said, is there a motion?
Yeah.
Motion to approve by Nicholas, seconded by Wanda. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? The motion passes. Thank you. Sonia,
Thanks,
good-
babe.
All right, number 16. Number 16, Kids Community Block Party, June 15th. Setup is 10 AM, breakdown is 7 PM. It is located on East 117th between Pleasant and First Avenue. It is a full street closure. I believe it's okay. I believe all the documents have been submitted. Is the applicant present? I see it, yeah, Ivy?
Yeah.
All right, Ivy, you've done this before, correct? Because it's hard for me, okay, then you can speak or you can defer your time, it's up to you.
I'll defer my time.
Okay,
Okay, I agree.
there's a motion to approve by Judith, seconded by Loretta. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting?
Hey.
Motion passes.
Yeah,
Thank you,
nice
Ivy.
map.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you. All right, number 17, annual freestyle old timers cancer awareness day. August 3rd, setup is 7:30 AM, breakdown is 7 PM. Location is Lexington and Park. Judith. Enough with the side talk, all night long. But let's both of you, but I'm not gonna pull everyone out. If you know you're doing it, don't do it. East 100th Street between Lexington and Park Avenue, full street closure. They didn't have all their documents, this one. Okay, is anyone present? John, anyone? No? Okay, they're not present, they don't have everything. Is there a motion to deny? Motion denied by Jewel. Is there a second? Seconded by Wanda. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? You're opposed?
President not voting.
Oh, okay, so we have one present not voting. Nicholas. Motion passes. All right, so we have 18 and 19. Remember, these are the two from last month. So we're gonna kind of do what we did last time, and I'm gonna give a little bit of and then we're gonna see, I'll talk to you both, make sure I have everything correct, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll just say both of them for the record, and then I'll give the update and we'll go from there. 18 is Hispanic Heritage Fest. It's on September 15th. Setup is 8 a.m., breakdown is 8 p.m. Location is 116th Street between Second and Third Avenue. It is a full street closure. The applicant is Alex Garcia. And then number 19 is Mexican Independence Day Festival. So same time, same date, same block, September 15th, 8 a.m., 8 p.m., East 116th between Second and Third. The applicant is Diana. So we had a meeting. I wasn't present, but I was on the phone. I was sick, but I called in. Xavier was here, Angel was here. Marlene, were you here?
No, I
Oh,
didn't attend that.
that's fine. And then both of the applicants came as we requested. And so just to keep it quick, in that meeting, Alex, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to speak for anyone, graciously offered to do it this year and then committed to not doing this festival on this date or the fifth, it's the 15th, right? It's not the day of the week, it's that weekend of the 15th. That he's already set things in motion for this year. He's already put an investment. And that if he could have it this year, he wouldn't apply for it again moving forward. Diana accepted that, assuming, and now this is where I'm gonna just explain things a little bit. I believe you requested that we put it in writing that you get moving forward. Now, as a board, I spoke to our chair. We're not really comfortable with putting these things in writing, but there is a record. As we've said, this meeting is recorded, so it is recorded for the record, right? There are minutes, there's a recording. What I'm comfortable with doing, and if you can both let us, I'm not gonna, we'll let everyone speak, is we can memorialize that. If you're all okay with this, what we would do is we would approve Alex this year. We would deny yours this year. We would then go on the record and say that moving forward, we would give, assuming there are no issues with it, there's no pushback, overwhelming pushback from the community or anything because of anything reasonable, incidents, whatever. That Diana would have that moving forward, the first preference, for that. And that's not just with Alex, that would be if anyone else applied for that, assuming that she has everything, submits everything, and there are no issues, that we would commit to her having that, allowing her to have her festival at that location, at that time, okay? With that said, Alex first, did I mischaracterize any of that? Okay, Diana, I know that I changed a little bit, but I didn't change it. You made an ask, that's the best that we can do.
Yes, my other request was also like for me to have the event on the Saturday.
Okay,
That same weekend.
same weekend, so,
And
have you spoken to the 25th precinct about how they, cause that'd be a lot of resources for them on one
Yes.
weekend. Are they?
I haven't, actually asked them, but I do remember last year, it was really hard for them to, like, they weren't that having two events on the same weekend, so that's.
Happy and saying no are not, they're not always the same thing. Okay, look, I wouldn't wanna, me personally, I wouldn't wanna do something that, the 25th precinct wouldn't feel comfortable with. It's their job to ensure that we're safe and all that. At the same time, if they are okay with it, I don't see why, I personally wouldn't be okay with it.
Yeah.
But without them saying they're okay with it, I wouldn't be comfortable voting with it. We do meet in June. If you could, you don't have to resubmit anything, you have resubmitted everything. I would say if she could have, whether the 25th could send, somebody to the meeting that evening, or she could get a letter from them saying that they're okay with it. First of all, would anyone on the committee have an issue with that, assuming that, 25th precinct was okay with it, allowing her to have it on the Saturday? And Alex, let me ask you, no, hold on a second, sorry.
I get it right.
Yeah, go
He
ahead.
wants to go Friday and she goes Saturday.
No, is it Sunday? Now, Alex, because I wanna ask you a question, and now I'm thinking about this. Would you be okay with that? Because you're saying that you're willing to not do it moving forward at all. Are you okay with a similar festival for the similar thing happening the day before? Do you think that impacts your festival at all?
It will create confusion.
And that's my concern.
Yeah.
And that's why I, made the decision. Doing my event this year as scheduled, and then I would not, putting an application for the same type of festival next year.
Okay,
moving forward.
question back to you, Diana, and then I'll see if anyone else has anything. Does it have to be, since it's not the day, could you do it the weekend after, or like within that month? Where there's an open time, would you be willing to do that? The problem that I see, and listen, the committee's gonna make a decision is, he's saying moving forward, you can have it. Now you wanna do it also the day before he does it, I could see, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm just gonna say it's personal. I wouldn't wanna have my festival the day after someone had the same day, there's confusion, there might be the same type group of people that might be attending it, they may go Saturday and then not feel the need to go Sunday. I could see that hurting the Sunday festival. So, I mean, we're committed to allowing you to do it moving forward, but now, aside from just the precinct being okay with it, I mean, I have issues with that. So, how do you feel about having it another weekend? And then having that date after this year moving forward?
Like I mentioned in the meeting we had, last year, I had to change everything because starting from stage, artists, everything, I had vendors, I had to make a last minute change 2 weeks before the event because I wasn't given the Sunday. So I had to switch my day to the Saturday and I had to do all those changes. One of the suggestions I made was also like, since I had to give in my date last year, like if it was fine for Mr. Alex to switch his date this year, he said he couldn't, and that was one of his suggestions. So that's why I'm asking.
Wait, what was one of his suggestions?
To,
Not do it.
not do it again next year, to give him the Sunday this year, and he will not request it.
Right, and he's saying that he's okay with that.
Yeah, but still, I already have, sponsors, I already have vendors that have, so I cannot tell them, oh, no, we're not having an event.
Right, but you're already moving the date, so I'm just asking you, would it be, how much, you're saying because they could just as likely be committed to another event that Saturday as they would be possibly committed to another event the week after.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
You want me to go on, or you want me to come with you?
I mean,
Yeah, you
Just
can.
go and make sure.
Oh, yeah.
there's some good is playing around.
He's playing around. He got bags in his hand. He got 2 bags in his hand.
And don't smile. There you go, what's going on there? What's up?
He's really trying to get in.
But,
All right, look, I mean, I'm gonna open it up to, Nicholas.
I think that he made some valuable concessions already, in my opinion, that, when it comes to working, I believe that giving this day forward is something that was probably hard for. It wasn't something that what he wanted to give up easily. So I think that the fact that if you're gonna do the event the day before, it's kind of like, quid pro quo, when you're trying to talk back and forth, where's the actual, how does he benefit? How does she benefit? Because somebody has to come out of this, both of them have to come out feeling like, okay.
They got, yeah.
Yeah, so I understand what you're saying, that, having an event the day before could, diminish or, not shine light, like, not good a good light.
I know what you mean,
So
yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say.
And you're right, a good negotiation where everybody walks away feeling. Either everybody's a little, they get everything they want, that's how it usually goes. Judith?
Yeah, I was concerned because I don't know which one of you said that they were doing it because it's Mother's Day.
Oh, no,
That's Martina.
Oh, that's Martina.
That's what the
Because
Martina's
there's so
having
many,
her festival this weekend on the 4th, and he's having his festival.
yeah,
on
to
Sunday,
me,
so
there
it's
are
like, I don't
so.
Right, so let me say something, are your festival, you and Martina's festivals, are they for the same thing, or are they completely unrelated types of?
Martina has own festival.
It has nothing to do with what you're doing.
Right.
Mine is Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
For the last.
And hers has nothing to do with Cinco de
No,
Mayo.
doing the Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
My concern is not, because I was okay with the festivals on the precedent of, as long as the precinct's okay with it. What I'm saying is, you're comparing something that can't really be compared. His festival and Martina's festival are not similar.
Okay,
You two are basically having for the same purpose, the same festival. And with that said, I think whoever were to have it the day before the other one would very, very likely have a negative impact on the person that went second. I can't say for sure.
I do have a comment, like, these are, the people that are organizing his event are the same people that are working on Martinez events, and it is the same vendors, the same, artists.
That's not what I'm saying again.
Yeah, it's
I'm saying, is she having an event for Cinco de Mayo?
No.
No,
Then-
It is, the title of the promotion that they're giving out is for Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, look, I'm gonna say this, we can go back and forth later. What I feel here is that he is coming a lot closer to you to make an agreement, and you're not really meeting him in the middle. That is how, and I'm not saying you're entitled to do whatever you want, I'm just saying my feeling on this is he is saying to you, I'll do it one more year and I won't do it again. And you're saying, okay, but I also wanna do it the day before him, and I think that in the spirit of the negotiation, I don't know if that's now, everyone can make their opinion, I don't know if that's in the best spirit. I've been talking too much, are there more questions, comments, concerns? Jewel, Judith, Loretta, we'll go in that order, okay? Everyone can just get their time.
Just in terms of, when we said, like, can you do it on a different day? I heard what you just said in terms of what happened maybe last year, but it's May, and this thing is in September. So in terms of like getting vendors, et cetera, isn't that enough time for you to pivot in terms of another day in September?
Cause you're already pivoting technically to another day, it's just.
But she just kind of made a comment about like last time was like last year was like a last minute, but it's May, I mean, you can't shoot, I mean, so I'm just trying to get a better sense as to.
3 months.
I've been trying, like, you know what I'm saying?
3 months.
Yeah, you're right.
The thing that, most of the vendors that I have are the same vendors he has. So if I switch my day to the following weekend, he has an event in Queens the following weekend and a Sunday.
So, I mean, so what?
So
what does that mean? What does that?
She's
So what does
saying
that
is
mean?
that
Vendors are the
some people
same.
will go to Queens.
All right, so they
I
can't come,
understand.
So they won't be able to come?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
So what about the week before?
They won't, hold on, so the vendors won't come because they was at an event a week prior?
No,
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 it's
he
same
has,
day.
he's having 2 events,
You understand what
he
Yeah.
has another festival on the 15th and
In
then the
Queens.
following weekend in
Oh.
Queens.
And she's saying the vendors will be in Queens.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I know, it's getting confusing.
I get
it.
So what about the week before?
He has the event, he has a festival the week before. So that's why I was requesting.
Well, 2
2
weeks
weeks.
before, 2 weeks before.
No, it's the first week of September and which is the, it's the first week of September, he has a festival at that same block. And the
Well,
second,
we know, but in the end, cause
so
to
I
be
cannot
fair,
switch my date.
you made it sound like, how many festivals do you have on 116th Street a year? 3, and you are applying for 2. You've created a narrative that he's monopolizing 116th when he isn't. You're literally applying for 1 less than he is. So I just wanna say that for the record, because there has been that. Just so he's only having 3 if we give him this. You have applied for 2. It's not an overwhelming difference on that. So I just wanna state that for the record, because I don't want it to seem like you are monopolizing that. I don't think that's fair. Okay, Judith, you had a question, Loretta, you had a question, or comment, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, changing all your vendors, this, that, and everything else, but you have, you're saying because he's in Queens, that it's going to affect you getting those vendors.
Yeah, because they're the same vendors.
But, you know, there's a lot going on 116th Street, let me tell you. My opinion is we should really narrow 116th Street to just certain amounts of events on 116th Street. That's my opinion. It's way too much, and you have transportation there, and I just think that 116th Street is, look at this problem we're having now. I mean, I just think that,
That's not the only one.
yeah, and I just think 116th Street, we should start as a board limiting what is going on 116th Street. So problems like this will not arise.
Okay, I mean,
Island was still around.
this problem, what is gonna happen if we had 2 festivals all year?
No, I
But I hear,
understand.
no, and I do hear what you're saying. I think that you're making a bigger point, and I'm not saying it's not
Yeah.
valid. I think what we can do is we can take inventory. I can say, I'll do that, I can go through the Airtable,
Right.
come back next month, tell you how many applications we had.
Yeah.
And we can set a limit as a board on how many we're okay with. I wanna say there are issues.
Yeah.
There's also obvious reasons why that block has more. I mean, it's a major thoroughfare, whatever, and these things are also good for the community. Too much is not, but then too little isn't either. So we gotta find a good, we all complain that there's nothing to do, there's nothing to this, like, so, I'll be honest with you, I live right there. I gotta sometimes go to church. I like it in the summer. It's nice to, as long as it's safe, there isn't garbage and business owners aren't being negatively impacted, which we have had instances of that, so I do
Oh, I
agree.
know that.
So what, we can take that inventory and we can come up with a committee-wide thing, but that's not really addressing tonight, but thank you. Loretta then Nicholas.
My question is, you said the vendors are gonna be at both events, right?
Yes.
But not the same day, same time,
Right.
Same day, yeah. That's
the same day?
Well, no, but I know what you mean, if they were to do it Saturday and Sunday, right?
Mhm.
Cause right now yeah, well, that's actually a good yeah, keep going with that question.
Yeah, my question is, are they doing it right behind each other?
Well, my question is, if you both have the same vendors, right, and you both say that you're already proceeding and you've already started to put things in motion, who has the commitments from these vendors? Because you can't both have commitments from the same vendors for the same time, for the same location.
day.
So what vendors are we talking about? And as of right now, who, if any, has these commitments from these vendors that you share?
I didn't know, like she's saying that we share the same vendors. I have no idea about it.
Okay, that's a fair point.
I don't know.
Do you have commitments from your
I know I
vendors?
have a contract with my vendors.
Okay,
That's
for that
what-
date and time.
But I don't know if my vendors are working with her.
No, that's
I don't
fine.
have time to.
The question I'm gonna ask you is, so for the 15th, you have already in place an agreement with your vendors for that date? Do you have agreement in place with your vendors for that date? And you're saying they're the same
The
vendors?
same vendors?
Yeah, not all of them, but I do have.
How many vendors of yours are the same as
The
theirs?
vendors are still, undecided to who to go with. One, because of the date, and also because, of like, they haven't decided, like, they don't wanna make a choice and then, oh, you're gonna be switching the date,
Do you have any vendors that you work with on that date that are undecided?
No.
No,
That's a good
okay, yeah, go ahead.
What did y'all decide when y'all, like, what did y'all agree to before y'all came in?
The agreement was, I'll just say it, and I left that part because I wasn't 100% sure on that.
Okay.
The agreement was that Alex could do it this year. Diana wanted to be able to do it, and he wouldn't do it again. And then Diana would get it, assuming, good stand and everything, she would have first preference moving forward every year after. She wanted in writing, that's not happening. We can memorialize that if we get there tonight with a vote. And then she wanted the Saturday.
This new Saturday, but the Saturday came now
The
or?
Saturday, so the thing was, there was kind of on the phone call, there wasn't really an agreement. Okay, there wasn't. He made the offer, she had to think about it.
Okay.
Then I followed up. I believe you came to the office and you told Angel what you wanted, but the idea was that by Friday afternoon, someone would follow up, in which case I did follow up.
Okay.
She texted me what she was looking to do,
Okay.
but I made no commitment. I just was like, because I'm not gonna do that. We have to hear it.
Yeah.
And my issues at the time were the Saturday, and the other issue was just putting it in writing. I'm okay with her having it in principle moving forward. That's fine with me. The Saturday thing, to be honest, I had to think about it. And then when I'm sitting, this happens. I'm sitting here right now, and I just said to myself, I could see how having it the day before hurts him. And, that's not what I'm looking to do, right? Or I don't think any of us are. Loretta, you have something else?
Yeah, I was just saying, hers is on a Saturday, right?
So right now, they both are applied for Sunday.
Okay.
She's saying that she'd be willing to have hers the Saturday of the same weekend. Assuming that he doesn't do it anymore moving forward, which he said he wouldn't, but he said it under the assumption that she wouldn't have it on Saturday. That was the assumption he made that offer.
And she wanna have hers on Saturday.
Well, now, that was, when she said she had to think about it, and she came back to me on Friday, she didn't agree at the meeting. She said that those were her terms to agree with his offer. That's how it happened.
I was just thinking, what vendor wouldn't wanna make more money? That's what I don't understand.
Wait, say that again?
A vendor, she's saying that Her and him has the same vendors, some of the same vendors. And I'm saying, what vendor don't wanna make money?
Oh, no, the vendors are willing to do it. I'm assuming, I'm not hearing an issue with the vendors doing it Saturday and Sunday. It's so far, it's only been my issue, I think, and I don't wanna speak for you, Nicholas, I think Nicholas so far has agreed with my sentiment that what I'm saying is, it's not an issue with them now. It's an issue with, that I'm not really for having a festival for the same thing, the same purpose on back-to-back dates. I think the one that goes first has a very high likelihood of negatively impacting the sex. So what I'm gonna say is, look, I was gonna get there. We're gonna be here all night. So what I will say to this is this. We can take a motion on both. Now, Marlene, I gotta come to you for procedure. She'd have to reapply for everything if she's gonna do a Saturday, right? So we couldn't vote like a change to a
You
Saturday.
don't have to, she doesn't have to reapply. If she says it right here that she's going to change it, that's up to you as the applicant to fix it in April.
Okay, so look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in order here, right? So we're gonna take a vote on Alex's, okay? I will say this, regardless of anything else, I'm okay with the agreement of him having it and her having it moving forward. Okay, we have to take, so what we're gonna do then is we're gonna take two votes on hers, if we can do this. Depending on how Alex's vote goes, we're gonna take a vote on the Sunday one. I just wanted to do this all for the record, and then we're gonna take a vote for it on Saturday, okay? Assuming we approve Alex's on the first one, we know what the motion for hers for the Sunday, we can't approve them both, okay? But that,
So you're reading, you read him into the record already?
not yet, I'm now gonna, I just wanted to do them together, I'm gonna now read his into the record,
Okay.
and we're gonna take a vote on Alex's right now, okay? All right, so number 18, Hispanic Heritage Fest, Single Block Festival, September 15th, 2nd and 3rd Avenue, East 116th Street, full street closure. Sponsor and applicant Alex Garcia, sponsor, and I'm only reading this because so we're clear which one we're doing. Mexican Folkloric Dance Society in New York is a sponsor. Do I have a motion? Judith,
I have a motion to approve.
do I have a second? All right, so there's a motion to approve by Judith, seconded by Nicholas. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, so we have one abstention, Loretta. Any present not voting? Motion passes, okay? Now, for the record, regardless of how we vote on this, there's an agreement that Alex is going to not do this again. Now, the problem here becomes, Alex isn't necessarily getting the terms that he wants if we go ahead and approve this for Saturday.
Right.
Just keep that in mind, that could make an issue moving forward. So I'm gonna leave it up to you how you vote. What I'm saying is, if there's any confusion, he said he wouldn't do it again on the
Right.
precedent, but not knowing that she wanted to do it the day before.
Right.
He could theoretically say that the terms changed with what he
Right.
agrees, if we go ahead and approve this on Saturday. I'm just putting that out there, so we kind of understand the whole thing about how we're voting on this, okay? So I am gonna take two motions on number 19. Okay, first, we're gonna vote for it on Sunday. Then we're gonna take another vote if we would have it on Saturday, okay? And keep that in mind now, again, if we approve it on Saturday, I wouldn't hold him to his commitment then, that's all I'm saying,
Yeah.
personally. Okay, number 19, Mexican Independence Day Festival, Single Block Festival, September 15th, East 116th between 2nd and 3rd, full street closure. Applicant is Diana, forgive me if I say it wrong, La Razabal. Uptown Grand Central is the sponsor, okay? And we're taking this again, September 15th is Sunday. Do I have a motion?
Motion to deny.
Second. Motion to deny?
Yes.
Wanda, seconded by Judith. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Loretta's abstaining. Any present not voting? The motion passes. Now we're gonna take a vote for Saturday, okay? I'm not gonna read it all again. It is again, the same festival we just voted on, except now for on Saturday. Do I have a motion? Motion to deny by Nicholas, seconded by Judith. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Two abstentions, Loretta and Jewel. Any present not voting?
Sorry, who seconded the motion?
I did.
Did you?
You see, you guys not even clear who seconded his
I
motion?
mean,
Well, I mean, they said it,
Nicholas,
yeah, Nicholas and Judith.
yeah.
Nicholas, made it.
And
he
Judith
was
seconded
To deny for Sunday.
Mhm.
And, okay, go ahead, sorry.
Listen, I'm gonna ask whoever does, there's a lot for me to do, so let's remember who just made our motions. Okay, I'm not singling anyone, I'm just saying, it's been a long night.
No,
for
it
everyone.
was to deny the Saturday.
Yeah,
That's what it
It
was.
was, right, she knows it, she wasn't.
I'm done with that. I'm on
She was
the
asking who
second
made
motion
the
for
second.
Sunday.
Are we on Saturday? The
No,
second
we're
was
on Saturday.
For Saturday?
Right, we already voted
We
to
already-
deny Sunday, only Loretta abstained.
I got that.
And now we voted to
So
deny
Nicholas
Saturday. Nicholas
it-
made the motion, seconded by Judith.
Judith,
Everyone
denied.
was for denial for Saturday.
Got it.
Everyone was for it except Jewel and Loretta are abstaining. I believe the motion still carries.
It's okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna say this for the record, okay, and as a chair, and I think we can all agree, and I'm gonna go around the room just for the record. We're okay with Diana after, so let's just say out from 2025 on, that she has this date or that weekend for this festival and nobody else, assuming she's in good standing, there's no issues, no unreasonable. If it's a little issue like, oh, they didn't clean it, well, and then if anyone comes before her, she still gets the first choice, okay?
And it's
All
not
right.
right, but it's.
It's been said, so I'm gonna go around the room and just say, if you're okay with what I just said, Wanda,
Yes, I'm okay.
Nicholas, Jewel.
Yes.
Loretta.
Yeah.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Judith.
Yes.
Yes, okay, done, yes. With that said, I think that's all for the applications. Okay, we have a little bit more business. Okay, so old business. So we had,
What you meant is that I would not be able to have it on the Saturday either?
yes, that's the position.
Because this is like,
It's.
that'd be like a fair, like quid pro quo, like. which-
So this is how it worked. There was, he made an offer. Your ask was too much for the committee. We gave you, I think, the whole future for that festival. We gave him one. You wanted, I'm just being honest with you. I thought you asked for too much. I think his offer was fair and you said you do the rest, and that's how we saw it happening. And let's also remember for the record, there's a history here. The vendors or the vendor, they came out, at least one vendor came out and said they were not supporting you, they were supporting him. I know there was a mix-up last year, he submitted first, you had done it before, he also submitted first this year. There was also the misconception that he does a larger amount of festivals on 116, that is not true. So, with all that said, and I'm not gonna go anymore, there's nothing to really discuss here. This vote is not the final vote. This can go to full board. I mean, you're welcome to sign up and speak for 3 minutes or whatever and state your case. It has not been ratified. So I can't say what the board will do, but this committee has taken its position and that is it. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't think you got a bad deal. Did you get the perfect deal that you want? No, but I don't think it was, I think the committee was very reasonable in how we handled it. And that's all I'll say on that, okay? With that,
And doesn't she still have the option to change the date?
Yeah.
she can come, well, here's the thing, that's actually a great point. If she comes and says, I wanna do it the week before, the week after, or 2 weeks after, and assuming there's no, other conflicting things, yeah, we have no
I
problem
just
with
wanted
it.
her to be
Yeah.
clear on that.
Yeah, no, thank you, we said it, but let's say it again.
Yes, but I.
No, I
wanted her to
know,
be clear.
trust me, okay, so. Our only objection is that Saturday before, and clearly we're not doing them both on the Sunday. Everything else, assuming there's nothing else on that day, another date, we're okay. Granted that everything is submitted and the precinct's okay. With that said, we're going to old business. Okay, we've all had this, Angel drafted them. It's the new procedures for the sidewalk and roadway review procedures. They're pretty standard, they adopt a lot of what we do. Did anyone have any suggestions, comments, edits, or are we, I'm, as a chair, okay with this document as it is?
I'm okay with it.
Okay, we can always, remember, we can always change things down the road, like, we don't know how things are gonna go. We haven't got an application yet. If we say, oh, you know what, we should add that, we can do that. But right now, starting off, we'll take it. All right, so then is there a motion? Let me just, so I read this right. Do we have to take a motion on this?
Yes.
Okay.
We do?
Is there a motion to adopt the draft procedures and make them our official procedures for the dining out New York City as presented tonight? There's a motion to approve by Jewel, seconded by Wanda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any present not voting? Then their procedures have been adopted, okay? New business, I don't have any, does anyone? Okay, Marlene, if you could take the roll whenever you're ready, and then I will adjourn the meeting.
Adem Rehak,
Present.
Carlos Diaz. Judith LeBron,
Yeah.
Wanda Hopkins, present. Jim Jones. Here. Nicholas Reyes.
Present.
Eugene Rodriguez.
He,
And Lorenzo.
Yeah.
meeting's adjourned, thank you, everybody, good job tonight.
Bags right there.
Somebody update that?
Yeah, that's that lady.
It might have been Diana, that's where she was sitting.
No, that's not for her.
Oh, it's not, okay.
It's the clean lady.
Good night, thank you. Thank you. You want me to-
It would be nice.
And I won't, yeah.
It's nice,